Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Today, we're going to explore the meaning and usage of the phrasal verb bail out in English. Bail out is a common expression that has multiple meanings and can be used in different contexts. It generally refers to the act of providing financial assistance or support to someone or something in order to prevent failure or collapse. Let's dive in. Firstly, bailout is often used to describe the action of providing financial help or resources to a person or organization in a difficult situation. It implies rescuing them from financial trouble or preventing them from going bankrupt. For example, imagine a company that is struggling financially.
I heard that XYZ company is on the verge of bankruptcy. They're unable to pay their debts.
Yes, that's true. The government decided to bail them out to prevent widespread job losses and economic turmoil.
That's a significant decision. How will the government bail them out?
They'll provide a financial package to stabilize the company and help them restructure their debts. It's a measure to avoid a larger economic crisis.
In this conversation, Sarah uses the phrasal verb bail out to describe the government's action of providing financial assistance to the struggling company. This example showcases the use of bail out to prevent failure or collapse by offering financial support. Can anyone provide another example?
When my friend couldn't pay his rent, I bailed him out by lending him some money. He promised to pay me back next month.
Excellent example, Anna. That perfectly demonstrates the use of bailout in a similar situation. Now, let's move on to the second use of bailout. Bailout can also be used in the context of a legal system to describe the act of releasing a person from custody by providing a sum of money or property as security. It implies freeing someone from jail temporarily until their trial or legal proceedings. For instance, imagine a situation where a person has been arrested.
Did you hear about John's arrest last night?
Yes, he was accused of theft, but he managed to bail out by posting bail.
How does posting bail work?
When someone posts bail, they pay a certain amount of money to the court as collateral. It ensures the person's temporary release from jail until their trial. If they attend all court hearings, the money is returned, but if they fail to appear, the court keeps the bail amount.
In this example, Cora uses bail out to describe John's action of securing temporary release from custody by posting bail. This showcases the use of bail out in the legal context. Can anyone provide another example of using bail out in a legal sense?
The defendant was unable to bail out due to the high amount of bail set by the court. His lawyer is now working on reducing it.
Well done, James. That's a great example. Now, let's explore the third use of bailout. Bailout can also be used metaphorically to describe the act of helping someone or intervening in a difficult or problematic situation to provide support or assistance. It implies coming to someone's rescue or offering help when they are in trouble. Let's see an example of a conversation that demonstrates the metaphorical use of bailout.
I'm so overwhelmed with my workload. I don't know how I'll manage to complete everything on time.
Don't worry, I'll bail you out. I can help you with some of the tasks.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support.
No problem. We're a team, and I'm here to help you when things get tough.
In this conversation, Jenny uses bail out metaphorically to express their willingness to help and provide assistance to person A in managing their workload. This example showcases the metaphorical use of bail out to offer support or rescue someone from a difficult situation. Can anyone provide another example of using bail out metaphorically?
When my friend's car broke down on the highway, I bailed her out by giving her a ride home. She was really grateful for the help.
Excellent, Amber. You've got it. Now, let's move on to the fourth and final use of bailout. Bailout can also be used in a broader sense to describe the act of leaving or escaping from a challenging, dangerous, or unpleasant situation. It implies getting out of a difficult circumstance or avoiding further involvement. Let's see an example of a conversation that demonstrates this broader use of bail out.
The party was getting too rowdy and out of control. I had to bail out before things got worse.
Yeah, I noticed the tension was escalating. It was a wise decision to leave early.
Sometimes, it's better to bail out and prioritize personal safety and well-being.
Absolutely. Taking care of ourselves should always be a priority, especially in such situations.
In this conversation, Jane uses bail out to describe their decision to leave the party early to avoid any potential problems. This example showcases the broader use of bail out to mean escaping or avoiding a challenging or uncomfortable situation. Can anyone provide another example of using bail out in this broader sense?
When the project became unmanageable, I decided to bail out and focus on other priorities. It was a tough call, but it was necessary for my own well-being.
Fantastic example, Justin. You've grasped the concept perfectly. That concludes our lesson on the phrasal verb bail out in English. I hope you now have a clearer understanding of its meaning and various contexts in which it can be used. Remember to practice using bail out in your conversations and written work. Keep up the great work, and see you in our next class.